Hi, my name's Mike. I'm with the Downers Grove Park District, and today we're going to show you guys how to plant a seedling, which will be taken home for Arbor Day. Some of the things you need to think about before you plant your tree is one, what's underneath the hole that you're going to be digging. You don't want to dig over a gas line or an irrigation line or anything like that that you might have at your house. Second thing you might want to think about is what's growing up above the tree. There's power lines, clothesline, other trees. If you want to give it a little more of a chance, you want to plant it away from those types of things. Third thing to think about is maybe this isn't going to be the final spot that you want to plant your tree, so you can temporarily put it in the ground if you don't have a final spot in mind right now, and maybe move it next Arbor Day when it's a little bit bigger. Okay, so we're going to kind of look at the seedlings that we have and show you guys how to put them in the ground and hopefully grow them, and they'll turn into nice big mature trees. Now, this is what you guys will end up getting on Arbor Day. It'll be a tree seedling inside of a plastic bag, and it's wrapped in newspaper to keep the roots nice and moist. So when you go home to plant it, all of this has to come off. So if you have your mom and dad help you take the twine off, put the plastic bag in the garbage, then just throw it on the ground and take the newspaper off as well. So what we do is we kind of figure out how big the root system is. When you look at a seedling, this is about the spot where you want to put it in the ground. This is where all your roots start. That's called the root collar. So from the root collar up is going to be the main trunk of the tree. So when we dig the hole, we want to dig the hole probably about at least 2 to 3 times wider than the seedling is. But you don't want to go real deep. You want to go as deep as that root collar. Because if you put it in too deep, it's not going to grow very well. It'll probably end up dying on you. So you just try to find that very first root. That should be just below the soil surface. So this is the hole. Fairly nice soil. Chances are you might get that kind of soil, or maybe you won't. Plant your tree anyway. We'll give it a chance and see if it'll grow. So we have it, it's about, I was talking about, bigger than the width of it, and the depth of the planting hole is as deep as the roots are. So what we would do, have this hole dug first. You put your tree seedling in, but when you put it in, you want to try to spread the roots out. That's why you make the hole a little bit bigger, so you have room to spread the roots out so they don't grow up against the tree. So when you put it in, that's about the right height. You would hold it, or have mom and dad hold it, or brother, sister, whoever. And then you just kind of take the soil, put it back in, just kind of fluff the roots out as you go. And it looks pretty good so far as the height. But sometimes you're going to end up with extra soil. So what you can do is either put that in a flower pot or something else, or you can build a little bit of a saucer around your tree. And a saucer just basically helps it hold water when you water it. So it's just a little ridge that you would put around the very outside of it. And then when it does rain, the water will come down here and it'll kind of get caught here rather than running off, and then that way you don't have to water your tree as often. Okay, so we're going to do the final steps now. Basically, that's putting the mulch around the base of the tree. A couple of things to remember. You don't want to put the mulch real deep so that the water can get through, but you don't want to pile it up against the tree either. That's called volcano mulching, and that leads to a lot of bad things. So when we put the mulch down, we try to keep it away from the trunk, but put a layer of about an inch and a half around the whole area that we dug up and put the hole in. So we just take it out by hand. You can get this at the village yard. You can get this at a landscape shop, garden shop, but I just take handfuls of it and just lay it in. You don't need a special tool or anything, and some of the fun of doing the tree planting is actually getting your hands dirty and doing it. So we'll put this around, we'll make sure we're not getting mulch right up against the base of the tree. And we'll just make sure that we have our nice saucer. We got it away from there. The tree is nice and straight, and hopefully with a little bit of rain and you watering it like once a week if it doesn't rain, we should be good, and you guys should have a nice tree to grow in your backyard.